Yeah, you're looking for a silver lining for the current market crash? Well, then look no further. Join us for this week's 4 top picks that are defying gravity and providing great profits. Here's the secret sauce. I'm saving the best for the grand finale, and I don't want you to miss out on the potential profits, so watch it all the way through. Let's jump in right now. You have provided some really great stocks this week, so let's go ahead and jump over and first take a look at VRT. This is Vertiv Holding Company.
Yep.
So what's up with this?
I don't know much about the company, except I know they are electrical power equipment, and it's group number 54 out of 197.
Okay.
RBD, so that's pretty good.
Yes.
There's a very strong accumulation distribution rating and comp rating, and also good up-down volume ratio.
So where are you buying it at?
I'm buying about right here because it has pulled back. I'm getting pulled back. It jumped up after earnings a few weeks ago and come down. So I'm looking for a slight reversal of this pullback, and then I'll probably get in.
Okay, that sounds good. Here's what the other numbers look like for those of you who are chasing these. And very good, look at that. This is outside of Anil and I. That's showing that this is a really excellent entity right now, showing by other agencies that are suggesting that this is a good buy. Now, we may get a pullback into this breakout area, but excellent. Next, Lilly. Lilly's been making a lot of noise here lately.
Yes, and it has also pulled back quite a bit.
Okay.
And that's the reason I like it. It's showing some strength.
Okay.
And the signals on my chart looks promising, so that's why I'm putting it on. The fundamentals are, of course, very strong.
Okay. This is looking pretty good also, from the outside recommendation agency showing that, it's a really good, strong buy. The research team has a hold. I find that the research team, they tend to either be a little bit late to the game all the time, as far as, the stock will have already moved before they adjust things, but the other three tend to give pretty darn good ratings.
And I also follow Chaikin Analytics, and it's very bullish on Chaikin.
On Chaikin? Okay. Yeah, I've been watching some of his ads and saying, I may have to check out Chaikin. And so that looks pretty good. So what else do we got going on? Well, let's take a look at this monster stock, Google, or Alphabet, as you would see it. Now, on a weekly chart, Google appears as if it is putting in, not it appears, it is putting in what would be called an evening star type of pattern. Big sell-off this week, but where's it selling off to? Well, right down into this area here. Now, I want to show this to you. It looks good. Now, isn't that interesting? This weekly level where it broke out from, for me, that becomes my target, or somewhere around there, where I would anticipate price action continuing to pull back until they hit there. And that's why I would put my alerts in down here. Now, in all fairness, the AutoPilot Trading, our fire and forget order system got us into this trade, a trade on Google, and it's still up nicely. I think we got in, where did I get in? I think somewhere over about the 128 or so level a couple of weeks ago. And so that trade is still going on, looking very nicely, working very nice. I've got a 2-line cluster, always positive. Again, approaching a strong level of support, and this is a support zone. So just somewhere in there, I would anticipate this bouncing up back up. What's your thoughts on Google?
Google, actually, weekly buy signal on that thing came way back in March.
Okay. That would be back here, guys.
Yeah, and it is still intact. It's not broken.
Okay.
However, if I look at my daily chart, got a sell signal as a
Okay.
matter of fact, on the 20th, just a couple of days ago.
Okay. And I would agree with that completely.
And it might go down, but it's not broken 50-day line yet, and we'll see.
And so, yeah, again, it's one of those where Google is going to continue, our Alphabet is going to continue to be a leader, regardless of whether you like the company, don't like the company, or you're concerned about them listening to your conversations on your smartphone and on your when you're online. Sometimes it's weird. I mean, I don't know if they do or not. All I know is that my wife and I can be talking about something and with our phones around, and bingo, bango, bongo, ads start popping up on on social media for exactly what we were talking about. And sometimes it can be very embarrassing. So okay, Google, let's take a look at the next one. Now, I am trying every week, folks, to provide both a stock and I'm also trying to provide a leverage ETF. Imagine what it'd be like to be on autopilot with your trading. Well, I show you how to do that in my new book, Trade Your Way to Freedom. Pre-orders on it right now. And if you pre-order before the actual book comes out in late October, you will be included in our 2-day master's class that I'm going to show you exactly how to use this system. Remember, pre-order now so you don't miss out on that master class. Thanks. My leverage ETF for this week is DRIP. Now, if you're a AutoPilot Trading member, premium member, you know that we jumped on DRIP earlier this week at about the $9.90 level. We've already been taken out for a 10% move, but this is looking really pretty good. It's a very bullish type signal, and I'll tell you why right now. One, I'm early in a potential move on the weeklies. I had a 3-line cluster a couple of weeks ago, and now we're getting the reversal signal off of that. At the same time, I do realize I have a downtrend here that it needs to break, and it is right up against that, bumping its head right there on the downtrend line. Daily chart wise, I'm looking at, hey, I may get a pullback. And so with that in mind, I would look to trade this off of the 820-day moving average or off of this breakout area there. And that number comes out to be at about 1024. I would say 1024 all the way down to $10 would be an ideal area to potentially get into a trade on that with a stop loss slightly below that swing low right there. So that's what I've got. DRIP. Oil seems to be, backing off a little bit, although the Russia did just come out and with one of the other countries to say, hey, they're restricting their oil or export and import. So that might drive prices just a little bit.
I got a buy signal on DRIP yesterday.
Okay, cool.
On the daily chart.
On the daily chart.
Yep.
So now what triggers your buy signal on? I know there's a lot of things going on under the surface.
Yeah, but basically 3 things. If the 8 EMA crosses 20,
okay,
MACD goes positive and RSI goes positive. It's all 3 indicators go positive. That's when I get the signal.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I like that. And so that happened you said on the 20th?
21st, yesterday.
21st, that was yesterday. Okay, yeah. And you see that, a nice breakout. TSI, the moving averages were crossing. See, that's the one thing that I like about utilizing the TSI as I've modified it. This early momentum shift down here. Hey guys, people love our stock picks. So if you don't want to miss out on potential profits, then subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned so you'll be the first to know when I put out new stock picks. Thanks. Are you looking for a way to conquer volatility in the current market? Then check out this playlist. It'll provide tips for how you can successfully trade even if the market's crashing.